Happy International Women's Day!
And shout out to everyone who thought of that scene from Deadpool.
Hi everyone! I'm really looking forward to today's video because it's all about character interactions and how to make the best out of your visit to Walt Disney World and with character meet and greets. So I felt that this video would be really important because I find that once you're an adult and you're visiting Walt Disney World, and especially for people going into the Disney College program, it can be a lot harder to talk with characters and connect with them because you're not really sure how to start a conversation. At least for me, when I went into it, I haven't been to Disney in so long when I went in 2015, so I wasn't sure really how to start a conversation with a lot of characters. So now that I've been and now that I understand the ropes of things, I thought I would give you guys some of my tips on how to make the best of it. Obviously, when you're a cast member, you want to still maintain character integrity even when you're not working because there's people waiting in line and people watching you interact with these characters. And of course, it's always fun to watch people interact and make it entertaining for others. So you want to make it fun and keep the magic happening at all times. So the first tip I have is to create a conversation with the character you're meeting based on their story. So for example, when you're meeting Gaston, which is my absolute favorite character to meet because I find that Gaston is one of those characters where no matter how awkward you are, he's always keeping the conversation flowing. So for example, when you're talking to him, bring up his muscles or his body or the kind of food he's eating to keep his physique because he loves talking about himself, or bring up Belle. He loves Belle, so anything like that and he'll be all over it. And on the topic of Belle, if you're meeting Belle, for example, ask her what her favorite book at the moment is. Or if you're going to the Royal Summer House, share your love of chocolate with Anna and Elsa. And you can talk about drinking tea with Alice. There's always little things that you can find. Even if you can't, you can look it up on Google. Because once you start the conversation, the characters can keep it flowing and it's going to make it so much more comfortable for you. Something else that I found was a really great icebreaker with meeting characters was Disney bounding. I myself didn't Disney bound during my program, but I'm definitely going to be doing it this year because I just think it's the coolest thing ever. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on what Disney bounding is. So Disney bounding is when you dress up as a character using different pieces of clothing based on the character's colors from the movie to kind of replicate what they look like or sort of look like them without exactly looking like them. So as an adult, when you're going to the parks, unfortunately you can't dress in full costume because children could mistaken you as the character. And of course you want to maintain character integrity in Walt Disney World, and Disney doesn't want children mistaking you for characters when they already have characters in the parks. So Disney bounding is a way to get around that, and when you're meeting characters and you look like them, they get really excited about it. So it's a really good way to break the ice, especially if you're not sure how to start a conversation with them. Something I did personally because I didn't Disney bound is I dressed up a lot in the parks because I love wearing dresses and all that. When I went to meet some characters, they noticed that I was a little more dressed up than usual, and they were like, "Oh my goodness, what coronation are you attending? You look so wonderful and beautiful." And they really got into it. So it made me more comfortable, it made the characters more comfortable, and it really made the experience so much more magical for everyone who was there. One more tip that I can also add before I end this video is don't be afraid to ask characters to do fun poses with you because it'll make the picture turn out so amazing. That was one of my favorite things to do, and every time a friend saw it, they were like, "Did they do that or did you ask? Because that looks incredible." So always, always, always ask characters to do poses because you will not regret it. So those are just a few tips that I can give on how to make your experience as an adult interacting with characters just a little bit easier. Because I know for some people it can be a little bit difficult, and I know especially for me when I'm meeting certain characters, I'm just really not sure how to start a conversation. Even as a former and future Disney cast member, sometimes it's still hard to break the ice. I understand the struggle, so hopefully that helped. And of course, comment below, subscribe, all that jazz. I'll see you all real soon.